In this video we will see how constructor works in Java. Here we will create a constructor, then we will see what is its need. Constructor is a special type of method. Just like a method, a constructor can receive parameters, and we can even overload a constructor. But a constructor doesn't return any data to its caller. So since it doesn't return anything, we don't need to specify return type. Even we don't need to specify void. The name of the constructor should match with the class name. Say for example, if we are creating a c.2d as the class, then the constructor name should be c.2d. It doesn't return anything, so there is no return type here, but c.2d we can open a parenthesis, then we can receive parameters. So the example is here in the right hand side. Here the class name is c.2d. If you look at the constructor name, it matches the class name. Here is a spell mistake. Here I say a spell mistake. The constructor name c.2d, p is a smaller case, and in the class name it is specified as uppercase. So a constructor should not be like this. The constructor name should actually match with the class name. So Java runtime environment, whenever we are creating a object in the heap, first it allocates memory in the heap. After allocating the memory, it immediately calls the constructor. Since constructor is a function, you can place a statement by opening and closing the parentheses, and in between you can put all your initialization code. So the constructor get called by Java runtime environment after the object creation. So whenever you see a new keyword, object is allocated in the free store. After that, the very first function that gets called is the constructor. Here you are seeing a c.2d. In this case, after allocating the memory c.2d, it assigns a reference pt in the stack. So after allocating the memory, it makes a call to the constructor, and after constructor function is called, we will get a reference in the stack. The parameter passed to the constructors are used to initialize the class member. So since constructor is a member function, a special kind of member function, developers usually place a code which will initialize its internal members. So here in this example, since it is c.2d, what we will do, we will initialize the members inside the function. Here also there is a typo. The very first statement c.2d, that should, the p should be caps there. Yeah, so constructor initialize the internal data members. That's the main purpose of the constructor. We will see an example. Here the class is person, and in code snippet 2 you can see there are two internal members, first name, last name, both are a string data type. So these are all these two is the internal data member. And if you look at the constructor here in the code snippet 3, it matches the class name person. So person takes two parameters, one is a string f name and a string l name. So this is parameter f name and l name is used to initialize the internal members first name, last name. So that you can see with the assignment operator here, first name equal to f name. So that means we are assigning the data from the outside world, and last name also we are initializing it. In snippet 4 you are seeing a print person, so it prints the internal members in the console output window. So in the main function, if you see, we are creating a person class, person, that's the class name, then person1, which is the reference to hold the object creation. On the right hand side of the equal to, we are seeing a new person, then within the parentheses we are passing the parameters. In our previous example, we created an object like object name, ref name equal to new object type, open and close parentheses. But here in this example, we are passing parameters while creating the object itself. That means during the object creation itself, we are initializing the object. So here what happens, first Java allocates memory for person in the heap, then it makes a call to our constructor, which is shown in the left hand side in code snippet 3. Then the passed in values Peter and Dennis is initialized as the object's internal member. After that we are printing the person. That means once the object is constructed, you can see the object is alive, and the print person will actually print the first and last name. Okay, we will see this in Eclipse. So the code is here in the notepad. First we will place a person code in the corresponding class. Then we will create our main entry. So the code is ready. Now we will debug and see how a constructor function get called. Here if you see, the class name is person, and constructor it doesn't return any data type. Look at the code snippet 3, which starts from 6 to 11. At line number 7, you can see here the constructor. The name matches with the class name in line number 1. So it doesn't return anything. Then it receives a true parameter. So based on this parameter only we can overload a constructor. Here we are receiving two parameters, then we are initializing its internal member. So now we are at object creation line. If you see, if I click step into, it allocates memory in a heap, then it will enter into the constructor. So it enters inside our constructor and initializing the internal members. If you say f name and l name has value Peter and Dennis, the member will get initialized one by one. So once we come out of that particular line, you can see the person is ready with its internal member. So when I make a call, it will print person name is Peter Dennis. So that's the use of a constructor. In the object creation itself, we can do all the initialization code and make the object ready for use. So that's all here. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe it. Thanks and bye.